Oh, hi, hello. I'm Christopher T-Rex Moore. I
Jordan.
forgot my name for a minute.
And I'm the only kid. And
Uh,
this is Kingdom Hearts 1.5.
Yeah.
That's Lock, Shock, and Barrel.
So, I thought it was Lock, Stock, and Barrel.
I think it's Lock, Shock, and Barrel.
Okay. So, do they ever explain their names? Because that's supposed to be a reference to something, isn't it? Okay. Jordan, do you know anything?
Do I?
Okay.
I know I play half a character in Smash Ultimate.
Oh, you know what? That doesn't matter here, because we're playing Kingdom Hearts.
Can I get that character so I can play a whole character?
No.
And according to this game's titling, this is 1.5 of a game.
This is true. So,
Talk about the mayor.
you know, obviously, we're fans of Kingdom Hearts, right? We're playing this game.
Of Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, yes.
You know, we played 3. May not have been exactly happy with it. You're wearing the Kingdom Hearts hat, which
Yeah.
it's a nice looking hat. I like the color. It's
It is a
very
pretty
very
dope
bright.
hat,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um.
I'm wearing
But-
the Sora socks this week.
Oh, okay. Really? Because I'm Superman.
I just have
Sore
I just
socks.
have normal socks.
It was cold. I needed some longer socks.
I
so-
brought some shoes, but I didn't feel like wearing them because
Oh.
it's raining outside. I have the Sora slippers
Listen,
that GameStop sells
That's
now.
that's not what we were talking about. All right.
Yeah, yeah. This is not
Alright.
sock stream.
Yeah, but we bring it up a lot.
It's Kingdom
like-
Hearts stream. We're talking about Kingdom Hearts stuff.
Kingdom Hearts, especially 1, has its flaws. Like, I understand that you're livid about 3 because of its flaws and that you right now hate the game. But, you know,
Accurate statement.
yeah. I was watching a couple other reviews, and you've only ever played Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, right?
Correct.
So you haven't played, you know, the Birth by Sleep
Correct.
or any of the other games?
Correct.
I haven't played Birth by Sleep, but I've played literally all the other games. And or watched the cutscenes for them. Because I definitely struggled through 358 over 2 days for like a couple hours, and I was like, dude, I can't do this. This game is not great. But you know what? It still mattered to the story. But you know, Kingdom Hearts
Did
3.
it really, though? Like, did it really?
I mean, it's
that game basically just introduces a character that doesn't
then kills
really,
them off.
Yeah.
But you know, it's like, oh, why was Roxas in this digital world? Which, I mean,
Were people asking that? Was that a
little
genuine
bit
question?
actually?
Like, okay.
Like, I was like, who is Roxas? Why are we playing as him? It's like, yeah, it sets him up as a nobody. Just like, how? Why? What's going on? It wasn't like a big burning question. Like, oh, I have to know. Which, yeah, you know, it's kind of whatever. But I was just definitely curious. But I mean, Kingdom Hearts is one of the longest running franchises, and there are a ton of games in it. And, like, yeah, some of them are spin-offs, but I feel like all of them are pretty relevant to the story still. Like, if you look at some of the other, like, long-running games like Legend of Zelda, or, like, Mario, like, the other games don't matter. You can play any of the games, and it doesn't really impact your enjoyment of the others. Whereas Kingdom Hearts...
Same with Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Each individual number is its own universe and characters.
Yeah. But with Kingdom Hearts, like, all of the games have, you know, at least a little bit something to do with the story of the numbered titles, even though Kingdom Hearts 3 was, you know, supposed to be this culmination of all of them, and I feel like even in that regard, it kind of failed in some of the payoffs. Like, when, like, Roxas and Ventus meet, and they literally have the same face, and they just look at each other, it's like, and that's it. Like, it would have been really cool for, you know, them to actually play up a lot of those moments, but it's just, you know, it is still a game for the fans. But at least we got it, unlike, you know, Half-Life 3 or something like that.
Versus 13.
Yeah. And, you know, at least Square eventually counted to 3, unlike...
Is it Valve?
Like Valve
Yeah.
can't do it.
Yeah. But, you know, at the same time, like, I feel like never getting a Half-Life 3 is going to be okay, because no matter
There's
what...
no. It's impossible to
Yeah.
please people with Half-Life 3 at this point.
Yeah.
There would be. Half-Life, the reason people liked Half-Life was because for its time, it was very ahead of the game. But
Yeah.
now, a lot of those aspects that were ahead of the game at the time are just commonplace. So there's not a whole lot a Half-Life 3 could do that would be pleasing. That's one of those things that's just impossible to please everyone with at this point. It'd be like Duke Nukem forever.
Yeah, that's definitely what I was thinking the Duke Nukem, and then like other vaporware titles. I can't really think of any off the top of my head, but you know, like Duke Nukem when it came out, it wasn't, you know, the worst game ever, but it was rough. And if it'd come out like, you know, when it was arguably supposed to, it wouldn't have been that bad. And I've said several times, like, if any of the spin-offs had been Kingdom Hearts 3 instead of Kingdom Hearts 3,
Yeah,
like,
honestly, I don't know why Birth by Sleep was not a main title. I don't.
yeah, like if it had been a Kingdom Hearts .5, or like if it Dream Drop Distance, which was Kingdom Hearts 3D, like in my mind, that's Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, that's a very
Yeah.
accurate Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah. And then Kingdom Hearts 3, when it came out, could have been like 3.5 or something, because, you know, we had to
You
finish
know,
that
honestly,
story.
considering there
Yeah.
was only about 3 hours worth of story content, that would have actually made a lot of sense
Yeah.
just to be the 3.5.
Yeah. Or, you know, 3.9 or just something. But I feel like just the naming convention and then the way people are viewing the titles just is not doing Kingdom Hearts any favors.
Can't get that one yet.
Because, you know, so many people is like, okay, and like, people are viewing Kingdom Hearts 3 as a sequel to Kingdom Hearts 2, and it is definitely not a sequel to Kingdom Hearts 2.
No, but
Yeah.
that's the marketing's fault.
Yeah,
They didn't do a very good job of communicating that.
yeah. And again, like,
The naming convention is also very heavily to blame.
yeah, it's stupid, and then the fact that, you know, it's on so many different consoles, like, obviously, Kingdom Hearts 1 started on PlayStation, and then we got Chain of Memories on Game Boy Advance, and then we bounce back over to, you know, the PlayStation for Kingdom Hearts 2, and then we get Birth by Sleep on the PSP.
Yeah.
And then the mobile game, like Cross Union, what was recoded on? Was
I
It's
don't.
recoded DS.
I
I think it was regular DS.
regular DS, yeah. And then Dream Drop Distance was on 3DS. Like, this story isn't like super hard, complicated, but it's hard to play all the games. And yeah, there are things like what we're playing now, where, you know, you have those compilations, and it makes it a lot easier to follow everything.
But even then, the compilations aren't complete.
Yeah. And like a lot of them are just cutscenes, and like I was saying a little bit last week with 358 over 2 days, like, yeah, the cutscenes are nice, so you get like the sense of the story and where it's going, but you know, you don't actually experience like arguably it was meant to be experienced. But I guess that's, you know, a little bit just semantics kind of thing at that point. But so I tried to like goad you into a lot of stuff in Raging earlier, and you didn't bite. I'm a little upset.
No, I didn't play into it. Like, I mean, I already said most of the stuff I wanted to say about Kingdom Hearts
Well,
3
it's
on
not even like
last week's stream.
Kingdom Hearts 3, but, you know, someone who's only played 1 and 2 and not necessarily enjoying Kingdom Hearts 3, like, what are your general feelings about like the franchise and just the story that you've experienced so far?
Well, the story I experienced, the biggest problem I had wasn't my lack of understanding of what was going on, because again, you can look it up on YouTube and
Yeah.
watch like a 30-minute video and be caught up. My problem with
Confused, but caught up.
KH3 wasn't really the idea that it wasn't actually the third in the series and it wasn't a sequel. My problem with it was lacking. It was just a very lacking game.
Yeah. Now, Jordan, and again, you've said this several times, but you've never beaten a Kingdom Hearts game, and that's half the
Right.
reason we're doing this. But have you attempted to play any of the other ones besides Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2?
I tried Chain of Memories.
Okay. And you played the remaster, right?
Like
Like on here?
The one that's fully 3D rendered.
Yeah.
No, I played the Chain of Memories Game Boy.
Oh, okay.
game.
Yeah.
Just personally not a fan of how you discover the world in that one.
Yeah, but
The card thing.
You also have to remember, how long ago did you try to play that game?
It wasn't super recent, but it wasn't like years ago.
Because I remember, I think I was in 8th grade when that game came out, and that was a long time ago.
Yeah, I was definitely still in grade school.
I didn't try to play it when it
We
like
graduated
came
the
out.
same year.
Yeah, but I was a year ahead of you for a while.
Oh, okay. So, I remember I was in band, and like beating the boss in band, and like
Oh.
I was about to die, and the bell was ringing, and I had to do some like supreme button mashing to finish off that boss and get to a save point before before I had to go to my next class, who would not let me play my Game Boy.
I have to say, I love these animations of them going inside of stuff. That just their standing character models just
And
kind
they
of
just-
shrink in.
Yeah.
Like that.
No, I miss it. Do it again. You don't actually have to do it again, but but yeah, like I have tons of just fond memories of this game, and definitely nostalgia has carried me through to the end. And for the people who don't have that nostalgia and the people who've like tried to jump in at the end, I can understand why people are upset with the game. And like again, I'm a fan. I'm still upset too.
Yeah.
But
I mean, like I said, it's really just a
Trophy.
matter of it feeling lacking to me more than anything. It's not that I don't feel. It's not that I feel lost, and it's not that I feel the worlds aren't that great, even though I don't. It's just I feel like it's lacking. There's nothing I see in Kingdom Hearts 3 that I didn't see better in KH1 or 2.
yeah, especially 2, because I feel like 2 is definitely the best out of the trilogy.
Yeah, two had better story across the board. It had the reason you were in the worlds actually had some degree of compelling reason behind it, but. And everything about the final world and final boss, to me, was way better than the final world and final boss you encounter in 3.
Now, there is a couple of things in 2 that I don't necessarily like the fact that you had to revisit every single
there
world.
was a lot of backtracking, which was annoying.
I did like
I
that they
agree.
streamlined that process in Kingdom Hearts 3, where, it's like, all right, you play through the world and then you're done. But I just wanted to see more. Like, I was talking to Brian, I was like, Brian, guess how many Disney worlds are in Kingdom Hearts? He's like, 10. And I shook my head. He's like, less? And I was like, yeah. He's like, 8. And I was like, you really want me to tell you? He's like, no, don't tell me. Because he doesn't want to, like, get the game spoiled for him to that extent. But I was like, it's, like, technically there's 6. Well, there are 6 Disney Worlds. Technically there's 7 with Pooh, but Pooh never counts as a Disney World to me.
No.
Yeah.
Because it's hardly a world. It's like, all right, come here,
it's
play.
It's a side thing.
Yeah,
You don't-
play 3 mini games and then you're done.
It doesn't add a whole lot to the story,
Yeah.
and it doesn't really do much from a gameplay perspective.
Yeah. And it's such a shame. Like, I don't personally think it was a too little, too late. I think it was just a too little kind of thing.
Yeah, it was definitely
Yeah.
a too little. Granted, again, I'm way more interested in what's coming next after seeing the secret ending and everything.
Yeah, dude, that secret ending, and then spoilers, Jordan. Just like where Sora ends up. That's one of my favorite games. Like before we started streaming, we were heavily discussing like playing The World Ends With You, because that's one of my favorite games. I've played it on 3DS, not 3DS, just regular DS, because at the time it wasn't 3DS, but like 3 or 4 times. And then the remaster came out on Switch, and I've been trying to find someone to play the game with me because they had
Like,
the co-op mode.
I'd be willing to.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't played it, and I'm interested in playing it now.
But I'm just a little concerned with how it controls versus the DS, because on the DS you have the touchscreen, and you could be a little bit more precise with it, because it's like, oh, this is this is where I want to hit, this is what I want to do. Whereas with the Switch, you have to play in dock mode if you're doing the co-op, because each person has a Joy-Con, and then just trying to like figures like
You can't use controllers?
no, because it's a lot of it's motion controlled.
Lame.
Because again, on the first game, you had the stylus, and for like your medals and stuff, your pins, which are your attacks, there's some where it's like you drag and drop and you draw like a path of flame to deal damage, or you swipe the stylus to do like a sword kind of attack, which was like really interesting. But again, I haven't seen a lot of gameplay of the new one, because I don't know what like new features are in there other than the co-op mode. But I've been trying to avoid spoilers to an extent, even though I know the story.
Hey, Jordan, what are we doing?
I was fighting that, and then I'm going in here to deliver the Jack in the Box.
Okay, so you weren't lost.
No, I
You-
wasn't lost.
It definitely looked like you were.
Didn't need to find a hallway or anything?
No,
No? Okay.
had to find a stairway.
Yeah, okay. Not the master of stairs. You gotta work
yeah,
on that.
Yeah, you gotta work on that.
But, the other thing is, he's, even if he's not lost, at least he's killing things, and he hasn't. Have you gone back to grind at all since that first week?
Nope.
Yeah, just getting lost and doing it on stream a lot.
Yeah, it works for me.
That's fine. And again,
No.
Oh no, a plot hook that makes us stay here.
and that actually gets resolved.
Yeah.
Oh, you beat Toy Box. Yeah. So
Yeah.
so that whole thing with his friends missing doesn't
Yeah.
get resolved at all.
No.
Like, all the toys are still gone.
Yep.
No merging of the worlds.
I think the only toy that you saved was Hammy.
Okay, so
Because he was trapped in the dollhouse, and you just killed the doll at the doll.
Yeah, but they
He
were
got out.
only there in that toy store because you told
Yeah.
them to go there.
had you not gone to the toy store, that wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
And then the whole thing with Buzz like falling to the dark side probably wouldn't happen if you weren't there, because he's like, oh, why are we trusting this random dude? Which makes sense. And and like his doubts and stuff like that. Even though he runs with you for the party the entire time until the very end, and he's like, "Oh no, you can't do this. This is bad."
It's my Fitbit telling me to take more steps again.
Again, don't let technology tell you how to live your life, Jordan.
Yeah,
all right?
we don't have Stay Hydrated bot here.
Yeah, you have to live your best life. Speaking of which, I'm not gonna lie, I could use a glass of water. So
I probably could too.
On that note,
think
guys,
between episodes.
I've been Christopher Trex Moore,
I'm Jordan.
I'm the only kid.
and you've been watching Green Team. That's not very green. Play Kingdom Hearts 1 something something something.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody. You gonna say bye, Daniel? No. Okay. Okay.